Game Award goes to Genshin Impact.
Let's be honest, Genshin is a casino a lot of the time. The second you do a 10 pull and you get a 5-star, it's like, oh, I love the game again! It's exciting. It is.
Have you ever downloaded a free game and ended up spending more than a full-priced one? Welcome to the world of Genshin Impact, the global phenomenon that redefined what a free-to-play game really means. Because yes, Genshin is free, but behind that no-cost entry lies a strategy so well-designed, it turned miHoYo into one of the most profitable studios on the planet. In this video, we're going to discover how a Chinese studio combined anime, exploration, gambling mechanics, and a devoted community to create one of the biggest successes in recent video game history. And we're also going to talk about what nobody tells you, controversies, comparisons, and their tech ambitions beyond Genshin. When Genshin Impact launched in 2020, many couldn't believe what they were seeing. An open-world game with stunning anime-style visuals, voice acting in multiple languages, orchestral music, and a deep story. But the most surprising part, it was completely free. While other games charged $60 for less content, Genshin offered dozens of hours of gameplay without asking for anything in return. That wasn't a coincidence. It was a calculated bet by miHoYo, who invested over $100 million in its initial development, aiming for a free-to-play model that could attract millions and monetize only the most committed players. To understand Genshin's success, we need to talk about psychology. Csikszentmihalyi introduced the concept of flow, that mental state where you're so focused that you lose track of time. Genshin is designed for that. Every mission, every fight, every discovery in the world of Teyvat is crafted to keep you immersed. It's not just entertainment. It's a carefully built experience that makes you feel constant progress, curiosity, surprise, and the urge to explore just a little bit more. Now let's talk about the heart of its business model. Genshin Impact is funded through a system called Gacha. Basically, players spend virtual currency to get an item or character without knowing exactly which one. It's like opening card packs, but with shiny effects and charming characters. And here's the genius part. You can play without paying, but if you fall in love with a character, want to advance faster, or just like collecting, you'll probably consider spending. Not everyone pays, but those who do sometimes spend a lot. These users are known as whales, players who generate the majority of the revenue. This emotional economy, based on luck and the desire for exclusivity, has been both studied and criticized, and this is where it gets controversial. While the Gacha system pushed miHoYo to the top, it also triggered serious criticism. Some countries compare it to gambling and have proposed regulations to force studios to disclose the actual drop rates for rare items. Others argue it exploits intermittent reinforcement, the same psychological trick used by slot machines. Online, there are countless stories of players spending hundreds or even thousands of dollars without getting the character they wanted. And while the game never forces you to pay, it creates subtle social pressure. Without certain characters, you can't fully participate or you just feel left out. The ethical issue isn't microtransactions themselves, but that the desire to get something is tied to chance, not merit. Still, for miHoYo, that formula has been wildly profitable. In the digital era, the most valuable currency isn't money, it's attention. The most successful products aren't the ones you buy once, but the ones that capture your time. Genshin Impact releases new content every 6 weeks. It brings special events, new characters, side stories, collaboration. There's always something coming that makes you want to return. Players aren't just entertained, they're invested. They feel like they're missing out if they don't log in. That makes Genshin more than a game, it becomes a habit. The free-to-play model isn't new. Games like Fortnite, Call of Duty Mobile, or PUBG are also free-to-play and make millions through skins or battle passes. But Genshin did something different. It bet on storytelling and immersion. While others focus on competition or multiplayer, Genshin offers a long single-player experience with developed characters, complex plots, and a living universe. It's not a shooter nor a casual game. It's an anime-style RPG which connects deeply with a very specific but very loyal audience. And unlike others, it's designed for long play sessions, not just to kill time, but to get lost for hours in its world. Another of Genshin's greatest achievements is building an international community that goes far beyond the game. On social media, forums, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, there are theories, fan art, memes, and deep discussions about the lore and characters. The anime aesthetic, deep storytelling, and visual style resonate especially with a young, digital, and global audience, and that's no accident. miHoYo designed the game for that segment. The characters aren't just powerful, they have personality, backstories, charisma. Some have become cultural icons, others have sparked intense debates. But that's what an IP needs to grow: conversation, emotion, and connection. But what truly keeps the game alive is how Genshin Impact updates its content. Since launch, miHoYo has stuck to a precise schedule, one update every 6 weeks without fail. Each patch brings new characters, story chapters, unlocked areas, expanded systems, and limited-time events. This keeps Genshin constantly moving. It doesn't just offer content when you play. It lets you know what's coming so you never disconnect. The community is already trained. When an update is near, rumors, theories, predictions, and preparations start flooding in. This system not only builds hype, it creates a return cycle. Players don't leave because there's always something new to explore, unlock, or achieve. And here's where miHoYo separates itself from other studios. They don't improvise. They follow a clear roadmap, a narrative structured like a seasonal series, and they actively listen to the community to adjust mechanics in real time. Thanks to this constant update model, Genshin Impact isn't just a free-to-play game, it's a living platform of experiences. Behind this success is a company that didn't settle for just one game. In 2022, they announced their evolution into HoYoverse, a broader vision for their ecosystem that goes beyond video games to include VR, metaverse experiences, visual novels, animation, and more. Genshin is just one piece of the puzzle. They've already launched Honkai Star Rail and are developing more titles under the same philosophy. The goal is to build an interconnected universe where players don't just play a game, they live inside a growing world of fiction spread across multiple platforms. miHoYo went from indie studio to global tech powerhouse, and they did it by giving away their product. Genshin Impact proves that a free game can be more profitable than a paid one if it's made with intelligence, aesthetic quality, and a deep understanding of player psychology. It's not just about good stories or pretty graphics, it's about understanding how engagement works, how to hold attention, and how to build an emotional economy around the experience. Today, Genshin isn't just one of the most successful games on the planet. It's a case study in how free can be the perfect hook for a scalable, global, and addictive business model. And now that you know the model behind Genshin Impact, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever played it? Do you think the gacha system is fair or just a trap disguised as entertainment? And what do you think about a free game making billions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading all of them. If you enjoyed this analysis and want to discover more business stories behind games, tech, and digital platforms, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. See you in the next video, where we'll keep exploring how the most creative ideas turn into million-dollar businesses.